What's going on, guys? Panda Smile here. So in this video I'm going to be reviewing two specific knives. I'll be reviewing the Arena Accessories XL Utility and the Arena Accessories Dub. These are from the exact same maker, they just have different blades, obviously. So the first one we're going to talk about is the utility knife one. This is the extra large one. The normal size one is probably going to be total length, maybe about just the size of the handles. I forget exactly how long this is. It's about 9.5 inches. The body, the handle and the body of the blade is completely made of titanium. The latch is titanium. There's a spring in there, which is stainless steel, and the hardware is stainless steel. It runs on bearings and washers. At least this specific one does, because I put washers in there, but it comes with bearings only. It has a titanium clip, and all of the hardware in it, other than the pivots, with the pivots and everything else, is in stainless steel. And of course, you know, the blade is high carbon steel. So I was very surprised when I got this knife in the mail for the first time. You know, I'm expecting it. I wasn't expecting it to be, you know, an amazing flipper, but it flips pretty nicely for what you're getting. Obviously, since I have the latch and the clip on it, it's a bit heavier on the bite handle than the safe handle. But that's because since this is a utility knife, I use it kind of as an EDC. I've carried this and used it quite a bit. And obviously, since this isn't the one I'm actually going to be flipping a lot, I've used Loctite thread locker on the pivot screws and all the other screws, and it hasn't come loose. There's no grinding. There's basically no play, and no tap. No play or tap on this one. I've had this one for about 2.5 months. I've been carrying it almost every single day. And it's not bad, especially because it's a utility knife. And how you switch it out is there's a little tab. I don't know. It's not focus. I don't know. There's a tab up here on the top of the blade, which you push over and it moves it on this side. And you slide the blade out. And if you wanted to, you could just leave it like this and have a trainer. Since this really doesn't add that much weight, that much tip weight, you can still do a decent amount of the tricks without a blade in. And you can have yourself a fairly decent trainer. And when you want to put the blade back in, you just slide it over and slide it back in. Wrong side. There we go. And it's got about 3/4 of the blade, 3/4 of the blade actually out, so you won't really need to flip it over. Oh shit. Yeah, even since the body's titanium, it does give you it does give you a little bit of grip, because there's no jimping in it at all. There's the cutouts, and since it's sandwich, it gives you a little more grip when you're doing fans and stuff, and when you're going for rollovers and stuff like that. You get a fair bit of grip just from the titanium. And this one doesn't sound too bad either. It's got a nice clack. Like, listen. It doesn't sound too bad. And I've never oiled this one. I don't really have any oil besides WD-40. I need to get myself some. I need to get myself some KPL. But for the XL utility, it's really not bad. It's also got some little wrench heads or nut heads type thing as a little tool. I wouldn't recommend using it, even though it's titanium and it is strong. You don't want to put too much force on these Zen pins right here. You don't want to put too much force on it trying to actually use it as that, because I'm not sure how strong these Zen pins are. But for what you get for, this one's $100, by the way. This one, the utility knife one, was $100. And for $100, what you get, what comes in it, you get a little nylon case. When you open it up, there was a little code, a little discount card in here. Since when I bought mine off eBay, so the secondary blade did not come with it. So I had to buy that whole knife separately, but I'll get to that in a minute. It came with one black utility blade. I think it was a Japanese one. One utility blade already in it, and then it came with another pack of 10, which I haven't used, but that's really, really nice. And it came with I don't have it with me, but it's a black like microfiber like bag. The knife also came in that. Same thing with the other one. The other knife also came in one. And both knives also came with a sticker. It says Arena Accessories, Never Enough Knives. And I agree with that heavily. But yeah, so that's the Utility XL. Now for the secondary one, this is the Arena Dub, the Arena Accessories Dub. As you can tell, it's the same handles, same titanium, but it's an actual live blade. They don't sell the trainer. They don't sell a trainer for it. It's a live blade. It's made of D2 steel. Heat treated, probably not. I doubt it, because this one was $130. The live blade is an extra $30. And at least for me, I personally really like that blade shape. It's very utilitarian, so just like utility knife, if you wanted to, you can get in there, poke it, and really rip it open. You can slice it open. And once you take the latch and the clip off, it's a fairly decent flipper. Like this one fans really well. It does rollovers fairly decently. You know, it's not bad. I wouldn't say it's the best flipper, not by a long shot. I haven't tried many actual good Balisongs, but this is the best one I've had by far. Same thing, stainless steel, pivots and hardware, titanium clip and latch. I just took them off since it's a Balisong. This was the one I'm going to be flipping, and I didn't want the extra weight on just one handle. But it's really not bad for what you're getting. Still Zen pin design. Both of them come with this little nub up here, which is supposed to be like a little flathead screwdriver. But it's also supposed to be like a little nipple for the Zen pins to hit. But honestly, when you're flipping, you would think that it would be uncomfortable. No. Since it's rounded, they did a good job of rounding it off. So it's rounded this way and this way. So the corners are rounded. And it doesn't push your fingers away. It kind of grips it a little bit when you're doing a rollover. It grips it a little bit and pulls it towards you instead of pushing it away from you. I know some Bally's, I forget which one it was. I think the Orca clone from the JK Designs Orca clone that's sold on AliExpress has that flaw where it pushes your thumb out of, the rollover. But for what this is sold at, which is $130, it's really not bad. I know a lot of people in the Balisong community are flippers only, and they don't care about the EDC usage. They don't care about anything other than that. And that's, I think how I feel about Balisongs, they're still knives at the end of the day. Even though we flip these around like toys, I'm not the best flipper in the world. If you haven't noticed, I'm just doing like the same combo, just doing the same combo because that's all I really know how to do. Since I'm a knife collector as well as a Balisong flipper, I see this as a knife, and I will use this as a knife. I want to get some of the more expensive flipping Balisongs, like the like some of the BR stuff, like the Alpha Beast, the Replicant, maybe the Bare Bones. I want to get a Kraken. I want to get stuff like that. But people get really anal whenever I talk about EDCing it as an actual knife and not strictly flipping it. And that doesn't really make any sense to me. But that's not what this video is about. I'll make another video on my thoughts about all that later. I'm getting off track. But yeah, for what you're getting when you're paying for both of these, I paid a little bit more because I paid for this whole knife separately. If you just buy the blade itself, it's $30. And I believe if you get the Utility XL with the utility holder, with that blade utility holder, and get the blade by itself for this one, not the handles, but the blade itself, it will still come out to $130. I paid more because I bought this one separately, and I didn't want to have to keep unscrewing the pivots and, you know, ruining my thread locker every single time I wanted to flip, you know, an actual live blade compared to a box cutter, you know. So I bought two. I paid a bit more, so my total cost wound up to be about $240 total. If you buy it all in one shot, the extra blade and the extra D2 dub blade with the utility knife, with this whole thing plus the dub live blade, it will equal about $130. And it should get to you in about less than a week. When I ordered this one, since I ordered from eBay, it took a small bit longer. But I believe it took 6 days for the utility one to get to me. And for the dub, it took this one about 4 days. It took 4 days for the dub one to get to me because I ordered this one straight from their website. But for what you're getting for your money, it's really not bad. I wouldn't say it's the best bang for your buck. If you want the best bang for your buck when it comes to a live blade Balisong, honestly, get a clone. Either get a clone or get an LDY Orion 1.5. Because the 1.5 Orion is, I believe it's probably a little less than $90. And you get a fairly decent blade steel. I believe you get bushings. It's a bushing Balisong, I believe, with 70-75 aluminum handles. And that's the best bang for your buck that you can really get, I would say. But if you really want like an EDC Balisong, because this runs on bearings, and even though it runs on bearings, I haven't really had to do any maintenance with the pivots at all, aside from just like thread locker. Of course, if you get in close, I know you can hear that, but you can hear it and feel it grinding a little bit, but it doesn't impact the flipping at all. And honestly, if you're paying $130 for a Balisong, you're really not looking for the best. Honestly, if you want the best Balisong for $130, I say go with a Chab clone, like on AliExpress. Apparently, they're really good flippers, even though for being clones, you know. But yeah, for what you're getting with these two Balisongs, they're really, really nice, and I do recommend them. If you want two EDC Balisongs that you don't really have to care much for, considering these aren't gonna go up in value anytime soon, you know, I doubt it. But if you want two nice EDC Balisong blades, because this one's for general EDC, this one's not really the best when it comes to flipping. It's not bad. It's very handle biased. That's another thing I forgot to mention. This one is very handle biased since the blade is also titanium, and it's got a very light utility knife in there, so it's very like handle biased. Like if I put it, shit. Oh fuck, I cut myself, hold on. My bad, y'all, just cut my finger a little bit. My dumbass reached for the blade when it fell. Rule number 1 of Balisong safety. If your Balisong falls, don't catch it. Do as I say, not as I do. That's how the saying goes. Don't catch it. You can lead yourself to having an injury like I did. But anyway, as I was saying, this one is very handle biased, considering the latch, the clip, and the titanium blade, which is very light. This one, with the steel blade and with everything taken off, it's fairly neutral with a slight handle bias, like very slight handle bias. But yeah, I say if you want bang for your buck when it comes to these, get them. Like, there's nothing that beats these. If you want a good EDC Balisong, and you want titanium handles, a lot of people say go with the Kershaw Lucha for an EDC Balisong, and while I do agree, if you want an EDC Balisong, the Kershaw Lucha is a great one, but it has stainless steel handles, so it's going to be very heavy. Like, I believe it's about 7 ounces for the Lucha, maybe a little less. These, I believe this one is less than 4 ounces, and this one's a slight bit over because of the heavier blade, which is just perfect in my opinion. But yeah, if you want 2 EDC Balisongs are a good bang for the buck, I highly recommend these 2. Thank you. See y'all next time.